We'll start with the main event. Incredible energy in the crowd, incredible fight itself. Khamzat's performance, I mean, was unbelievable.
Yeah.
Give us your takeaway of it. And did you see before this fight that being the possible way it was going to play out?
No. The lead up to this fight, I said, I bet the main event is the fight of the night. Didn't see that coming, but not shocked either. I mean, you go in and dominate the way that he dominated. If you can do it the first round, more than likely you're going to do it the second and throughout the rest of the fight.
Yeah. There was a time, and it was in the promos leading up to this fight, you said Khamzat was special, one of the most special guys you've ever seen. Do you think he's lived up to that yet, or does he still have a little ways to go because he's been a bit more inactive since he's...
The night when we were on Fight Island, he said, I want to fight next Saturday. Ever since then, the guy's been a rocket ship, and obviously is very popular too. People love him. Fighting back here in the United States, and obviously Chicago loved him too.
Do you hope that he can maybe start getting back towards the levels of activity we saw at the beginning of his UFC career?
He's the champ now, so...
Okay. And what did you think of DDP's performance, right? Obviously, he was outmatched in the wrestling, never gave up, though. Even in the last round, he started landing his own shots. What did you make of DDP and his toughness to survive 5 rounds?
Yeah, I mean, first of all, I had every round at 10-8, maybe except for the last round. But to be in the position that he was in and the crucifix and just getting dominated on the ground and punched in the face and elbowed, and it's a very frustrating place to be in. I thought he handled it well and came out every round, trying to get in the fight and try to win. Yeah. Impressive.
On the crucifix, it's a weird one, right? They're landing strikes. He's landing like 200 punches around, but they're not quite hard enough to end the fight. Are you glad the referee doesn't wave a fight off in that position?
Listen, I don't know how hard they are, and I don't want to fucking know how hard they are. Nobody wants to be in a crucifix getting punched in the head like that. It's got to be the most frustrating, suck the heart and soul right out of you type thing to happen. And just getting dominated on the ground the way that he did is no fun for anybody. I wouldn't say that, he's getting pitted-patted striked. I mean, his face was pretty busted up. The knees that he was taking to the body and to the legs and the hips, and it's going to be a long ride home to South Africa.
And then Lerone Murphy, I don't think anything is guaranteed in this sport in terms of getting title shots and stuff like that, but if there's a way you could get as close to guaranteed as possible, he must have done that tonight with that spinning elbow.
Yeah, it's a weird thing to say with a guy who has a record like he has and sits where he sits in the division, to say that tonight was sort of a coming out party for him, but it definitely was.
Alex Volkanovski has said he would like to fight him in December. It's not often you see a champion calling out the challenger. Could be interested.
I love it.
And then as far as Carlos Prates, another spinning back elbow finish, crazy stuff. Wants to fight in Rio. You gave him that fight against who, we're not sure. But MVP was here earlier and said he would step in and fight in Brazil.
Yeah, we'll see when we get back. And, Jeff Neal came in very confident that he was going to finish him and knock him out. And for Carlos what an unbelievable performance he put on. Incredible fight.
Baysangur, the guy you labeled Billy at the Jimmy at what did you make of his performance? Obviously, a lot of hype coming in. A bit of a rocky first round, but he still pulled it off.
Yeah, listen, if you look at what this guy did, he takes the fight on 4 days' notice, wins, and comes back and fights another fight on 4 days' notice. I mean, just the pressure alone of what that kid probably had to deal with is impressive. And I also love Nolan. I went up there and told him after the fight, go home, relax, spend some time with your family, enjoy yourself. You're not going anywhere. We're going to sign him to a deal.
How big do you think Khamzat can be? Like, our numbers this week have felt, kind of extraordinary. I don't know it, the pay-per-view, all that type of stuff.
I agree. No, we felt the same.
Yeah, do you feel like he can be the biggest star in the sport soon here?
Yeah, I mean, he's a big star now. He's a big star. When you're asking me, you're saying how much bigger can he be? I don't know. We'll see. But he's already a big star. Everything about this fight was big, from pay-per-view to all the numbers that we were looking at. And just being here in Chicago, the last 3 days here felt big. Mm-hmm. Tonight in the arena was insane. Yeah, he's a star. I don't know if you're asking me how much more of a star can he be. We'll see.
He had said all fight week he wants to turn around and fight in Abu Dhabi. Is that something you would consider, or do you feel like with the heavyweight title already on that card, like he maybe...
I just had a kid fight Tuesday and wanted to turn around and come here. I would Abu Dhabi, I would definitely consider.
Yeah, and I mean, so many great potential contenders right now, right? We had the great Fluffy win, Renier de Ridder. We have a huge fight in Paris. Are you just kind of waiting for the Paris one and then maybe see the lay of the land of who could be next?
I'm waiting for Tuesday. And then but yeah, I agree with everything you just said.
Yeah, and a lot of talk this week about the new TV deal, all that type of stuff. I know probably not much has changed in terms of meetings or anything since Tuesday, but I'm curious, when you talk about the bonuses and changing that, would you ever consider implementing just a finish bonus instead of performance ones? Like you get a finish, that's the bonus for you?
I mean, finishes are part of it. Finishes are part of the. I mean, when you think about it, other than Khamzat, the finishes were the other bonuses. But I mean, I think you have to mix everything into the equation. A great performance. I don't want to put myself in a box with just finishes.
Mm-hmm. And on the topic of fire pay, some people were wondering if you would ever consider moving away from the show win model and maybe doing like flat purses across the.
Listen, man, this business has worked just fine. Oh, the model isn't broken. I love when people who have no fucking idea what they're talking about and don't know anything about the business give input. It's fun.
Yeah, I got a question about bonuses. So today it seemed like there was kind of a new thing where there were like instantaneous, the fighters were notified in the...
That's not a new thing. I mean, did you see the fights?
No, I mean, they definitely deserved it, but
It was the last 3 fights. So, I mean, I was looking at the fights from earlier. They were good, and there was some impressive stuff. Those 2 fights were like, yeah, holy shit.
Yeah.
And I knew nothing before it had beat it. And anything after, if anything else was crazier than those, I'd have paid the money. I'd have just said, all right.
Yeah, I was just wondering if that was kind of going to be a new thing moving forward where you, like, fighters...
When shit like that happens again, yes, that will be a new thing that will happen moving forward. I mean, if those fights were the second fight on the entire night, I would have said the same thing.
Okay, gotcha.
Somebody would have had to been decapitated for you know what I mean? I don't know what would have been bigger than what happened in those fights.
I know there's been so much speculation about the White House card. I've seen a lot, obviously, what you said recently to Jim Rome. Just wondered, at this point, is there anything in the next few months or several months that Jon could do where you could say, okay, I actually trust him to put him on that card?
Let me ask you. What do you think Jon would do in the next couple of months that would make me trust putting him on the White House card?
Well, I would not trust him, but I would like to see him fight Aspinall on that card down the road.
So I already said that I don't trust him, and you're asking me what could he do for me to trust him in the next 3 months. You don't trust him.
Well, yes, but you talk to him. I don't.
Yeah. No, I don't talk to him either. I haven't talked to him at all.
Well, there's a greater chance you'll talk to him than I'll talk to him.
Yeah. I would not bet on, if I had to make odds, it's 1,000,000,000 to 1 that I put Jon Jones on the White House card.